Welcome back, guys, to the Downbeat podcast. My guest this week is Jona Weinhofen of I Killed the Prom Queen. We hung out in Nashville, Tennessee. He is a fellow, what do they call it when whatever, we have the same king, right? He's from Australia. I'm from the UK. He's moved here. I've moved here. We first met in 2008. We talk about that. We talk about his illustrious career with Prom Queen. He was obviously, you know him from Bring Me the Horizon as well. We had a great chat. Before we get started, I want to let you know we have a Patreon, patreon.com/the Downbeat. On it, you can get these episodes early. You can get these episodes ad-free. You can get the t-shirt that I'm wearing before anyone else. There's discount codes. Anything I do, you will get it early. Patreon.com/the Downbeat. Please check it out. I couldn't do this without the Patreon, so thank you for everyone on the Patreon. I also want to let you know, if you don't want to support me and you hate me or you hate Jona or you just hate watching this, okay? It doesn't matter if you hate me, any of us, or you're just watching this because you want to hear about Bring Me the Horizon. You are going to have to wear clothes to leave the house. We all have to do it. www.thedownbeat.at, so it spells Downbeat. We got t-shirts, we got hoodies, we got shorts, we got everything. It's summer by now. Like, you need a pair of shorts. Again, I couldn't do this without you giving me the money for that. But with this one and not the Patreon, you get you get something out of it. You get, tangible stuff. www.thedownbeat.at, so it spells Downbeat. Please check it out. This episode of The Downbeat is brought to you by the wonderful people at Neural DSP. Neural DSP make guitar-based plugins. You can put them into your computer, plug in your guitar, and immediately sound like some of your favorite bands and artists. It is so foolproof, even an idiot like me can use it. One button, load it up, you can sound like Gojira, you can sound like Pliny, you can sound like Tim Henson. You can sound like Jim Henson who does the puppets. There's nothing to do with Jim Henson. It was just a funny joke. I hope it was funny. I hope he doesn't see this. Anyway, Neural DSP, they make the best plugins on the market. Some of your favorite records are recorded with Neural DSP plugins. Listeners of the Downbeat podcast can get 30% off any Neural DSP plugin by going to neuraldsp.com and using the code Downbeat. I don't think you can get a discount that good anywhere. It helps support your tone. It helps support the podcast. Check it out, neuraldsp.com. The code is Downbeat. Without further ado, it's Jona Weinhofen on the Downbeat podcast. That's the start of the podcast. What are you saying about shaving your face?
I was saying I shave my own face and I just kind of rip at it, which is real sketchy considering how vain I am. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I did one side too low. So we're just going to stay.
What do you do? Like clipper? That's a good beard. Give me a little.
It's pretty short right now. I've grown a big boy before, but I'll clipper the lines, but then I just go in with like a normal razor and I just find the line.
See,
sometimes without a mirror.
But then you clipper this stuff down because I literally can't shave my beard. I could grow a beard at 34.
Yeah.
But don't know what happened. The second puberty. Don't know what happened. No one knows what happened. But like, I can't do it. So I have to go to the barber. So I end up for about 3 weeks out of the month. I just look insane.
Well, I rode the like beard wave in like 2013, 14 and like got a modeling contract out of it because that's when all the models. Yeah. Tattoos and beards. And, but yeah, I had some nightmares. Like I went to just not a good barber one time and they just grabbed a big chunk and like started ripping at it. And then I had like an uneven beard for 6 months. And
that's been my life moving here. No offense to any of the barbers I have found, but I've tried 6 barbers.
Yeah.
And like 2 of them, I'm like, oh, that's sick. But it's like,
yeah, it's hard. You got to find fam. I had a guy in Orange County for years and he's still my guy. And when I go back for visits there, I'll go see him. And then I have a new guy in Phoenix where I'm at now. And that's it. I found my guys and I'm
so
set.
I need that Phoenix hookup and I need the Orange County hookup. I've got Australia, great barbers. UK, great barbers. Great coffee in both those places. America, no offense.
Get your act together.
Like,
fellas.
Stuff looks good on the outside. This is like a metaphor for America. Don't get me wrong. I love America. I wouldn't have moved here if I didn't love it. USA, baby. But, like, you go to a barbershop or, you know, a coffee shop, and it looks like one of the ones back home, UK, Australia, where you're like, this place is going to be bomb, and you go in and it's mid.
Yeah.
Fake it till you make it.
You're speaking to an American citizen, so yeah, I get it.
How... Anyway, Jonah, welcome to the Downbeat.
Hello.
That's a good intro. Simon, all of that is staying in, all the beer chat's staying in. You're a resident here now.
I am. I'm a citizen of the United States.
What's the workaround? Like, what's the time frame on that? What's the workaround? Yeah, sorry, leaked it there.
How do you get in there? Well, I came here on a, what is it, 01?
Yep.
Which I got through. Actually, I started on an 02 with Bring Me.
Yep.
Eventually moved to an 01 when I started coming back with Prom. I got granted that as a 3-year visa, lets you live here.
That's what I'm on now, yeah.
And then I started dating my girlfriend, who is now my wife, and we
classic.
We got married a couple years after, and I got the green card. And so the green card was a pretty quick process. And then I think marriage and anything else is like the only differences. Like if you're married, you can apply for citizenship after I think 3 years of living here, and anything else, like if you get sponsored or whatever, it's, I don't know, 7 or it's a lot longer.
Stay in America, like, because I hear horror stories of like touring artists where you have to, when you're waiting for the green card, you're not allowed to leave the country.
Yeah, I had that, and I was still touring, so there was some other, you know, you got to fill out some other form.
Oh,
and
so
it's
it is doable.
There's an exception for it, yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Madison, you want to do it on the podcast right now? Imagine that. Numbers would be huge.
Drop the knee.
Might do it. Could do it for the content. Welcome to the Downbeat.
Thank you. I love it.
I'm so happy you're here.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm a big fan.
Are you?
Yeah.
I love that. I love to hear that. That means you know all of the stuff. I don't have to tell you about the Two Truths and a Lie.
I know the format. I know the juice.
Everything. Yeah. That's absolutely perfect. What I was thinking about today, do you know when we met for the first time? I checked it out today.
I mean, I know the vague timeline. I don't know if I remember like the moment, but...
It was... December.
Oh, you know the date.
I'm pretty sure it's 2007.
I have a feeling we may have been connected prior to that, but I don't know if we like shook hands, hung out kind of thing, but I might be wrong. I might be mixing everything up because I have a terrible memory. I remember my first time in the UK and we played some place called Stoke-on-Trent, and I was like, what kind of a name is that?
The Underground, we also played it on that tour.
But that was just because I was new and still learning.
Hold up, let me unleash the beast.
Me too. Let's go.
You've got an exciting beast there. Cheers.
Yeah,
cheers.
See ya.
October 2008, which is what? Someone do the maths. Madison, maths.
17 years?
Yeah, 17 years.
Ish.
Yeah, maybe we met before that. I think you only knew G from Biatrophy.
Maybe, yeah. So I couldn't remember if Biatrophy played with Prom Queen or not. On Prom Queen's first I Killed the Prom Queen, my band, for anyone that doesn't know.
They'll know I'll have done an intro.
Yeah, well, sweet. Then I look silly. We did our first UK tour in 2005, and it was actually right after recording our second album, Music for the Recently Deceased, in Sweden. And we had no material out at all in the UK. No, first album wasn't out on any label or anything. And we just had a guy that hit us up, who's now a mate of ours, Dom. Shout out, Dom.
Dom Chalk Inc.
Yep.
Shout out Dom Chalk Inc.
Yeah, let's go. Threw a tour together for us, and, you know, it was decent. There was like 50 to 100 people at some of the bigger shows for a band that had a song on MySpace.
What a crazy time.
And I remember playing with Silosis on some of those shows.
Yeah,
so I might be mixing up. Yeah,
people confuse the two of us. It's funny you mentioned Dom Chalk Inc. as well, and that sort of year, because I actually also played with Parkway in 2006, and it was like Nottingham Rescue Room's basement, 150 people.
Yeah,
Parkway,
amazing.
Mental.
Some of those old shows, you know, their whole first DVD is just bonkers. Like
it was
such a cool story.
It was Parkway Drive, Caliban.
Yeah.
Though I think it was Caliban, Parkway Drive, someone else actually.
That's cool because Caliban was my first US tour ever, and also my first, first European tour, mainland Europe.
I will.
Shout out Caliban.
Well, I'm about to leak something
here.
So Caliban, my other band played with Caliban, and the crew was really mean. It was on like a festival thing. I'm not going to say what band it was. The crew was really mean and really like not helpful. And before they played, our bassist went on stage and cut all of the cables on their amps with like wire cutters.
So they were really mean.
They were really mean. I think we dipped before we finished playing. This was probably 2009 or something. I can't remember that. Anyway, yeah. So we met 18 years ago, and you were with Bleeding Through.
Yeah.
Give me the timeline
transition.
Of like the Jona bands.
You want like the real elevator pitch version first? We can expand.
Yeah, go.
Started I Killed the Prom Queen fresh out of high school with two guys I went to high school with. Actually, one guy I went to high school with, JJ Peters.
You went to high school with JJ?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh my God, I need a documentary of that.
We've got a pretty cool story of how we became friends too.
Okay, we're going to dive into that.
Yeah.
JJ Peters is JJ from D's Nuts, his own solo stuff.
Correct.
Psychotic legend.
Yeah.
Continue.
So JJ got approached by a couple guys from like an old down south surf hardcore band who that band had disbanded and they wanted to do something new and they'd heard about JJ. And then he was like, well, I got my friend Jona who shreds on guitar too. So like we should get him involved. And then Prom Queen was born out of that. It was like these kind of like surf rats from down south and then me and JJ. And then slowly we replaced members, not necessarily intentionally, but like, you know, one guy had kids and didn't want to play shows outside Adelaide. So slowly we replaced those with other people from high school or friends, and that's how Crafter came into the fold. So both JJ and Crafter went to high school with myself.
God, in my head, it's Summer Heights High.
I know.
Like, if anyone hasn't watched Summer Heights High, it's unbelievable Australian comedy. But yeah, in my head, it's like a metalcore Summer Heights High. That's so sick.
So that was like late 2000, and then Prom went strong through till 2007. We actually, the first Euro tour I just told you about was, first we toured with Bring Me the Horizon. They brought us out as direct support in the UK in 2007. And then right off the back of that, we opened for All Shall Perish, Caliban, Bleeding Through. And Bleeding Through Caliban was a like flip-flop co-headline.
Was that Europe?
Yeah.
I think I went to that.
I think it was mainland Europe and it definitely went to Ireland. I don't know if it was full
I think
UK.
I went to that because I think it was All Shall Perish's first time over.
Yep.
And I was already a fan of the other two bands, but that first All Shall Perish record.
And ironically, apparently Bleeding Through didn't want us on the tour because they didn't kind of really know who we were, but we had already toured the US with Caliban. We were like homies. And then, so they got to pick us and Bleeding Through picked All Shall Perish because Brandon was managing them at the time. Yeah. And then towards the end of that tour, we were I think we were on our third singer by then. We'd booted Crafter in 2005. We took on Ed in 2006.
Oh my God, I've forgotten.
Yeah.
Ed from Swindon.
Yep.
What's his surname?
Ed Butcher.
Ed Butcher.
Yeah.
So I know Ed Butcher from back in the day as well. He lived down the road.
Yeah. So he was in the band for an album and a half an album cycle. And then we took a third guy who was sort of supposed to be like a trial, maybe fill in, but kind of maybe going to be the singer.
Yeah.
Guy called Colin Jeffs, who a lot of people probably know now. He does like a lot of cool video stuff in Australia.
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
Does every deathcore band's music videos, apparently.
Maybe I do know him then, yeah.
I haven't really kept in contact, but shout out Colin.
Hope you're still cool.
Yeah, towards that end of that tour, Prom was just kind of having a rough time with like the different dynamics and being burnt out, and Bleeding Through was having a time with their guy, Scott, and I just kind of offered to step in if they needed someone because I didn't really know what was happening next for me. And 2 weeks later, I was on a Canadian tour with Bleeding Through.
How long did you stay in Bleeding Through for?
2 years. 2 years, one album.
2 years, and it was Don't Tell Me, begins with D.
Yep.
Dedication.
Close.
Something like that. What is it? Go on.
Declaration.
Yeah. Fucking great album.
Yeah.
Bro, that album was so sick.
That was fun. A lot of people have told me it's their favorite Bleeding Through album, which is weird for me because I was a big fan before joining the band. So like that's just the album I did with them, but like I have all the other stuff that I was a fan of.
I feel like I remember that one having way more, like the orchestral stuff was stepped up on that record, which I think
we did some real strings on there for maybe the first time. Marta like got way more involved on like a lot of the composure. They had some app where she would like play it on the piano and it would transpose ready for the strings kind of thing. So
I bumped into Marta and Brandon at New England Metal and Hardcore Fest last year.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen them since 2008 either.
Yeah.
And I was like at the bar and Brandon's like smashing shots.
Yeah.
And like he used to be the most straight edge guy in the room. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I know who you are and we've toured together.
Yeah.
But I don't think I know who you are. Anyway, he didn't remember me until I told him actually because I was just like the scrawniest little kid, no tattoos back then. And then I think he put two and two together. He was like, wait, the Downbeat guy was in by atrophy. And then we had a big chat. I hadn't seen him in ages.
Yeah.
It was fucking mental.
I bump into them every now and then. And I'm stoked to see them still ripping, doing new albums. And I think the last time I saw them was maybe Blue Ridge a couple of years ago, and they played. It was cool as fuck.
Nice. Okay, so Bleeding Through, did you quit or did you get booted?
I quit that one. Yeah. And the timeline's a bit fuzzy because I decided I was going to quit mainly due to kind of like financial stuff. You know, I was on a different visa living in the States. It was hard. We weren't touring like a ton where I was like raking it in. So even just, living month to month was tricky. And I was a little homesick. It was my first time. I just made a snap decision to move to Orange County, California with like no thought put into it whatsoever. And this is, almost 2 years later. And I was like, kind of miss home. So I had planned to leave the band and move home and then either like do more stuff with Prom again maybe or start something new, or I didn't really have a plan. And on the last tour I did with Bleeding Through, I bumped into the Bring Me guys who I was already mates with from the UK tour we headlined or supported as they headlined. And it was like the same story all over again. It was like, we're having troubles with Curtis and we don't know what we're going to do. And I was like, dude, I'm like pretty much quitting Bleeding Through tomorrow. Like if you want someone to fill in or whatever, like I'm down. And then same thing. I was playing my first show with Bring Me like less than a month later. I had told Bleeding Through I was quitting to go home. And then later they found out that I had magically joined Horizon. So they thought it was kind of like a...
Were they annoyed about that?
At first, I think, a little bit.
That annoys me when people get annoyed about that sort of stuff because like, it's happened to me a bunch. But like, if someone is going to leave your band to join the biggest band of all time, they're now one of the biggest bands of all time, but they're not the biggest band of all time. You know what I fucking mean.
They are.
But you got to be like happy for them.
I think it was more from the perspective of like they had to go through the whole process and find someone new and train them up and they had to learn the songs. Like that shit's annoying. And so I think once the original dust settled, like they were stoked for me because we're all still good mates, and I'll still text Marta and Brandon every now and then. I was housemates with Wami, bass player, for a long while. So,
do you remember your first show with Bring Me?
I do. Well, yeah, I think I do.
I think you do.
I'm 99% sure it was Rock am Ring, Germany, 2009.
Is that one of the ones you did the stupid Jona climbing thing as
well?
Show one.
I don't think I did because Rock am Ring was in a tent type of situation, stage wise. But I had started doing that with Bleeding Through. I think the first time I did it was Download. 08 Bleeding Through. I don't know where it came from. I think I'm not claiming to be the first person that ever climbed a stage.
Kind of were though, like in our world, from what I can remember.
Maybe in like the metalcore kind of world. I feel like I was inspired by The Prodigy, who inspired me in a lot of ways, one of my favorite bands of all time. And I remember seeing them in Adelaide, and it was in this old theater with like these, I don't know what they're called, but like the booths up the top. Yeah. And I remember one of the guys, I think Maxim, kind of like figured out a way to climb on the speaker and jump up into the booth. And that stuck in my mind. And then I saw the stage rigging and it looked like a ladder. And I'm like, that's a ladder. I can climb that. And then I'm pretty sure the next day, one of the guys from Airborne did it as well.
I remember all of this happening. Yeah.
And he actually did it way cooler than I did.
He went real...
But I'm pretty sure I was first.
Did he go right to the top?
He went up the side. I'm pretty sure like monkey bar across and then like dangled upside down, put his legs all like interweaving in the truss and was like playing guitar upside down, I think.
Psycho shit.
But I have a shit memory.
So Rock am Ring was your first show. You don't think that you went crazy style on your first show? Were you scared playing your first show with Bring Me? Because they were still so big then.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I didn't climb because I was fucking too busy thinking about
trying to play right.
And the reason I was trying to think about playing the riffs right is that I hadn't had a rehearsal with the band. So I flew straight in from California to Germany and got on stage with them basically. And that was my first jam with the band.
That says a lot to your skill set though. They must have just been like, or their laziness. They must have just been like, yeah, he's going to be good.
It might have been a bit of both. I do remember like sweating Lee a bit, being like, can you just like send me a video or something I can learn from? And I think he sent me 2 videos of like 2 of the songs. And then what made it worse was we sat down backstage before the set and he was like, let's just run through and make sure like you're good. And we ran through everything. And I like skill wise, I played everything good, but there was like 2 or 3 minor parts where he was like, oh, it's actually like this. Yeah. And so then my brain's like, oh fuck, I have to like remember this change you just showed me 10 minutes before the set while getting up there nervous. And
I've done that before.
Playing this shit for the first time.
A million times. And it is, you always get through it, but it is just like, I'm sure it takes years off your life, like that stress beforehand.
I wanna tell the story later, but I have 2 instances where I've lived my anxiety nightmare. You know, the anxiety dreams? Yeah.
Is this part of your 2 truths and a lie?
No.
Just hit me with it now then, because what's going to happen is we're going to forget.
For anyone that doesn't know, I just did a solo Southeast Asia tour. I guess we called it like a guitar clinic tour, but I'm not like I'm going to show you like all the legendary shredding shit. I'm not that guitarist. So it was basically me playing some songs from my catalog and then talking about some experiences from my touring days or recording or songwriting or whatever, you know. And at the first stop, which was in Singapore, I had played some of these songs. I haven't played them in like 10 years, easily, maybe more. So I had to fully like sit down in my little office at home and rehearse the songs I was going to play.
Did you play some Bring Me?
I played Bring Me. I played Prom. I didn't play any Bleeding Through. But I really had to rehearse. And there was a couple songs that I played. I'm like, yeah, I'll rip this one. This one's got like a cool solo. Yeah. And then I played it and I was like, I can't play this solo now after 10 years of having not played the song. So my chops weren't up, unfortunately. But so what happened was I rehearsed, I think 6 or 7 songs and like that was it. Maybe I'll play 4 or 5, but I'll have a couple in the bank. And then this one guy in Singapore was like, oh, I really wish you would have played 31 and 7s is I Killed the Prom Queen song from the latest album. And I was like, yeah, I wish, but like I didn't practice it and I'm really not very good at guitar right now. And he was like, yeah, but I really wish you would play it.
Classic Southeast Asia. Just pushing you.
And I was like, you know what? I'm going to play it, but I guarantee you it won't be good. I'm going to fuck it up, mess it up, whatever. Yeah. I'm going to probably have to remember how to play the song while I'm playing the song. And as I was doing it all, I was like, these are the anxiety dreams you have. Like you got to get on stage and suddenly you can't remember how to play the song. And then a string breaks and then the amp keeps breaking and the cable keeps pulling out and like all that shit. So I played this song that's my own song I wrote and I was like stopping in the middle and being like, what's that bit again?
Yeah, you know they didn't care though.
They didn't. And it was a smaller group and they seemed still stoked and I was just being real with them, you know? I was like, I'm not the guy I once was, but I'll do my best.
What was the other anxiety dream? Shit in the bed.
The same sort of situation, but instead of the song, it was the gear. So I have a Kemper and, you know, USB stick and put it in someone else's Kemper and it loads all your shit up. Yeah. And the second day in Bangkok, Thailand, it just wouldn't load my stuff. So I'm rebuilding all my patches and dialing the effects. Kemper. Someone else, yeah. So like I managed to get my amp sounds on there, but I still had to like rebuild the delay and the reverb and, you know, 4 different patches and solo patch and clean tone and all that stuff.
On paper.
We got there 30 minutes before doors were meant to open and I didn't realize that. And I'm like just twiddling around and they're like, oh, the fans have been waiting out there for like an hour now. Is it okay to get started soon? And I was like, oh shit. So yeah, just a bit of pressure.
And then did you do the classic Southeast Asia thing where it was play a show, fly immediately to the next one? Or did you have a day off in between?
5 a.m. lobby calls every day.
Every day. Show finish. When did the show start and when did it finish?
They were like moderate timings because it was just me. Well, one of them was an event that was happening and I was there as a guest of the event. But I think it was like 5, 6 p.m. start times, like 9 p.m. then. Finish.
I'm thinking in my head, like the amount of times we've done Southeast Asia and it's like doors at 9. Yeah. 7 band bill because like they want to get their Singapore bands out there and whatever and we want them on there and it's cool to 100%. See everyone's band. But then like you play at 2 a.m. and then you finish and they're like, right, to the airport. It's like, oh, we have the show tomorrow. There's no sleep.
Yeah, I remember those like 1 a.m. sets from I don't know if you ever played any of the like punk hardcore nightclubs in Australia that were a thing for a while. But they would have...
Did Crowbar have one?
It predated Crowbar.
Predated Crowbar.
Yeah, it was like, they were called like Bang and Next and Hot Damn and
that
these
rings
themed
a bell.
nights.
I think, yeah. Oh my God.
They always had after parties.
2013 was the first time I went to Australia, and we definitely did a Hot Damn, I think.
Yeah.
Damn. What a weird time to look back on and remember, like, that sort of huge print, silly T-shirts, like Hot Damn Club Night, MySpace photos.
Yeah. Bright colours thrown up all over a T-shirt.
All over that stuff. Yeah. Prom Queen had some good ones of those.
Yeah, we sort of tried to play into some of the stuff that was trending, but also try and do our own thing. But I don't know, it's a weird landscape.
I feel like Ollie was almost solely responsible for the ridiculousness of it. Ollie and the Devil Wears Prada. The Drop Dead Cat, which actually Ben Normanton, who was in my first band ever, Liu Kang, he designed that cat. Yeah. I could be mistaken, but I'm pretty sure it was him.
We had another guy that designed for Drop Dead, did a bunch of the band designs for a bit too, Chance.
Yeah. And then Devil Wears Prada, their T-shirts were absolutely stupid. Yeah. Architects had a little moment where they had a T-shirt.
I think a lot of bands did. Even like some of the OG, like Bleeding Through played into it a little bit.
Viatry had one, and it was our best seller. Yeah. It was like some stupid wolf being sick or whatever.
We had this insane prom one that was, do you remember that game? What was it called? Video game with like the Kong and Godzilla like climb the buildings. You have to smash the buildings down. It was like an old Sega Genesis game.
What, Donkey Kong?
No. Fuck, what's it called?
On the Google, don't have much to work with
like
here.
Retro video game. There was a Godzilla. There was a Kong. You literally had to like smash a building until the building fell down. You would like eat people out of the windows and shit.
Sounds sick.
It was really cool. Grab a helicopter from the sky.
And we're going to find out what it's called. Don't panic. Don't panic, Madison. You're doing
Rampage?
Great.
Yes, Rampage.
Yeah. That is a producer.
I just Googled like a bunch of words.
That is a producer right there. You're getting a raise.
First pick. Yeah, Rampage. So we had a shirt like that, and it was a Godzilla type character. It was very cartoony and colorful, and it said Promzilla.
Promzilla. I remember the shirt. Oh my God.
Made no sense whatsoever.
Architects had one that was Ali Dean, used to be called Ali Dino.
I remember.
And they had that dinosaur T-shirt, just looked like Reptile from Rugrats.
Yep.
So insane to see like fully grown men with like hands, face, neck tattoos wearing the most silly T-shirts.
Yeah. I wonder if that stuff will make a hard comeback.
It's coming back. Yeah. Oh, look at Nodder over there. You're nodding. Is it already back?
Not quite yet, but graphic tees, like especially with prints on them, like words, is really back right now. So I think that it's going to escalate.
And 303 are back. So you know, if MySpace is coming back, how long till MySpace gets rebooted?
What did our second drummer after JJ, Shane, I think he called them T-shirt lyrics. It's like, you got to have a T-shirt lyric.
Oh,
it's the big bold, the
print.
breakdown, whatever.
There was some classic T-shirt lyrics. Amur had I want to watch you suck his dick on the back of a T-shirt.
That's one, I suppose.
Absolutely insane lyric. It's like, is it a cuckold T-shirt? Is it, what is it?
I don't know. I wonder if they'll have it on the tour that they're doing with I Killed the Prom Queen later this year.
Oh, that's a nice segue. We can't go into that just yet because we're still on your trajectory.
Yeah. Well, I hadn't joined Bring Me yet, had I? Oh, yeah, I kind of had just joined Bring Me.
You just told me
First show, Rock Am Ring.
And how long were you in Bring Me for?
3 years, 3.5 years.
Was it only that short?
Yeah, it felt like a really long time, but looking back, like I've done a lot of other things that were twice as long as that.
Because you did a record and there's something of yours on Sempiternal.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Kind of. Yeah.
What's on Sempiternal?
When I joined in 2009, we almost immediately started writing for There Is a Hell.
Yeah.
You know, cool little like Scottish mini castle thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And that was, I think, the last album writing session, whatever you want to call it, where the band was like still more analog, kind of like jam room set up in the living room, and we would have the amps turned up loud and all that stuff. And then Sempiternal, they started moving more to like straight to the door. Yeah, so I wrote probably a good, if I'm being conservative, like a good 30, 35, maybe 40% of There Is a Hell. I was very involved in the writing process. I think my strength coming into the band was we would get 3/4 the way through a song and then get stuck.
Yeah.
And then it was often my idea, which was usually a bridge or a melodic riff or something that would kind of bring it full circle. With Sempiternal, we tried the jam room thing and the vibe was weird. We tried going into a studio that Phil kind of had leased at the time.
Phil lives here.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I haven't bumped into him yet. I bumped into him bumped into Phil on day one.
Yeah.
And then I haven't seen him since.
Crazy. Everyone lives here.
You should move. Sorry, I derailed you.
All good. So with Sempiternal, Jordan got involved and we had a kind of a Jordan type guy on There Is a Hell, and he just sat off on his side and made little electronic parts and would float ideas and we'd go, yeah, that bit's cool, put it here, and now that bit sucks, leave it out kind of thing. But the intention was always to write more with Jordan, and just, everyone loved Worship and his sounds and the sound of that band. That was naturally where the band was headed while I was still a part of it.
Jordan and you, Jordan's not in the band at this point. It's
correct.
He's producing, doing some writing.
I guess he was producing, but at the time the intention was he's just going to do the synth, like the electronic parts, and we'll write the songs. And then they started creating these ideas together, some with parts that Lee had already come up with and some that were like maybe born out of Ollie's idea, but were easier realized through Jordan than through Lee.
Yeah.
And we very quickly realized, oh man, this guy is like integral to this album.
Yeah, he's a genius.
So I think the whole process was maybe like, I don't know, 4 or 5 months or something before going into the studio. And I don't even remember when the convo happened, but there was a convo at some point, either like in the studio or before, or maybe right after the album was done, where it's like, Jordan has to be part of this band now. Like, we can't just do this and then move forward and try it with a different guy. Like, this was so cool. So anyway, that's that little part of the info. But songwriting wise, Lee, Jordan, Ollie started working really closely together and churning out awesome stuff. And so the rest of us kind of didn't want to fuck with that. And they were pretty happy with their like little kind of trio. And so myself, Vegan, Matt Keane, and Matt Nichols just kind of like sat on the sidelines, like waiting to be involved or waiting just to see kind of how it played out. In the meantime, I was staying active. So we had a little hotel that me and Vegan lived in Sheffield. We didn't live there at the time. And so I'm riffing away and just trying to be included. And I ended up writing a couple of riffs as a demo, not a full song, but just kind of smashed together. And I sent them to Ollie and I was like, hey, I made this. Like, what do you think? And he liked it. He said, let's use it. He let Jordan kind of have at it. And then I came in on, I think, at least one of the sort of writing sessions. And so essentially that song became Sleepwalking, and it was born out of the chorus riff was a riff that I wrote. There was also a really long...
That's a big banger.
It was a banger, right?
That's a banger.
Yeah.
Good for you.
I mean, I definitely didn't, it wasn't my song I started start to finish, but it was born from my idea.
That counts. Take it.
I did get to come in and elaborate a bit on it. So I sort of made some of the chorusy parts, which it's funny. That song is basically just one riff and then with 2 breakdowns added. So
that's every Stray song ever.
Yeah. So it's the chorus strummed slightly differently for one verse, played clean for another verse.
Bridge breakdown.
Yep.
Chorus again, maybe.
Yep. And I can't guarantee this, but I'm fairly certain the riff that I wrote that went with the chorus, it was kind of like a Ghost Inside-y breakdown that could also be played fast. I think Jordan may have taken that and kind of like did a choppy thing on it and switched some bits around. I feel like that's how one of the breakdowns was created, and then Lee came in and polished it.
He did it, yeah.
But I might be full of shit, so don't come after me.
Did you you get a little gold disc out of that?
I did.
Why are you smirking?
Because it took 10 years to get it.
10 years? What, like legal battle or just turned up after 10 years?
That. No, I just wasn't really considered when the album first came out. There was a little bit of like figuring out like my departure.
I'm not trying to put you in the shit here.
No, that's all good.
I know everyone's cool, so it's just like... I'm just interested because it's on my bucket list, but I'm never going to do it. I'm 38. I'm not going to get a gold disc.
That's not the right attitude,
I'm
my
not
friend.
getting a gold disc.
Nope.
I'm in Nashville. I might get a gold disc of some country guy.
You get it. You just got to have...
I want pure arrogance.
It's a mindset.
Pure vanity. Just want a little gold disc.
Yeah.
Stick it up there.
It's wonderful. So yeah, I let the dust settle and kind of like didn't even really think about it. And then I think I had noticed that Bubble, good friend of mine, who was at the time their tour manager on that album cycle. I don't know if anyone knows that.
Sempiternal or...
Sempiternal.
Which is funny because it was, correct me if I'm wrong, Suicide Season is mostly based on Bubble riffs.
Slim
riffs.
Yeah,
but the same band Bury Your Dead.
Yeah.
Unreal band. Unreal record.
There was an influence there, both Unreal bands and Unreal records. So sick.
If anyone hasn't done the AB, do you want to go Suicide Season and what is
Beauty and the Breakdown?
No, it's not Beauty and the Breakdown. It's the one with all the Tom Cruise titles.
Oh yeah.
Madison, can you please just Google Bury Your Dead albums?
Cover Your Tracks.
Cover Your Tracks. Boom. Number 1.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Cover Your Tracks, and every song title is a Tom Cruise movie, which speaks to me because I'm a big Cruise head. And I can't remember what song it is. I think it's Eyes Wide Shut. Eyes Wide Shut, and whatever the first track, don't quote me on this, on Suicide Season, is like the same riff.
I haven't AB'd, but I feel like there's definitely other bands with worse, like Carbon Copy. This is this riff.
It's zero.
It's similar.
On
there's
guitar.
influence.
It's 0 on a guitar. There's only like maybe 128 different variations you could actually do for that. It's fine to be influenced by shit. We stole shit all the time. Anyway, where are we? Bubble was their tour manager at the time.
Yeah, so Bubble TM'd him and he got a gold record because they gave them to like the supporting crew and I guess some crew members got it.
Did he get it 10 years later or he got it at the time?
No, he got it at the time. But I think I didn't learn that he got it until a long while later. And then I was like, wait, if the tour manager got one, why didn't the guy that wrote at least the riff from Sleepwalking get one?
Yeah.
So I brought it up with the band's still current manager and just kind of mentioned like, hey, we all know I did a little bit of stuff on this. What's the feasibility of me getting one of these plaques? And they were all cool with it.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I didn't get one plaque. I got like 3 because they had that album went gold in Australia, UK, and the States, and was silver in the UK as well. So there's a 4th plaque there.
Where are they all?
Sitting in the boxes in my office.
Everyone I know with a fucking gold disc has it in their box. Jeremy from Prada, it's in his garage.
I think it's like such a big thing that we want it to be like perfect how it's displayed, and I don't have the room set up yet. So
get on the walls like Dr. Dre, bro.
Yeah, and then just recently, like within the last month or 2, There Is a Hell went gold in UK as well.
Oh, you need an office.
Yeah.
What's the Dre lyric? Gold plaques hanging up in the back of his office like trophies. Oh, please. You better bow down on both knees. Who you think taught you to smoke trees? I could do that all day. Sorry. You know the bit. Anyway, you need Dr. Dre bungalow with all these things.
I have the room. It's got my desk where I work, and it also has my studio gear, and then it has a TV and a couch because sometimes when I'm working and doing stuff, my kids come and hang out, and then it has $25,000 worth of Star Wars Lego on display.
I've got a bit on Star Wars Lego. We can do it now if you want.
Whatever.
Well, no, let's carry on.
Yeah.
And then we'll go on to your Star Wars Lego.
Please.
And then Star Wars in general.
Okay.
I got to talk about Star Wars. Got some Star Wars stuff coming
I don't know if any Downbeat fans love all of the things that I love, but let's see.
Of course they do. Look at us. We're all just nerds. We're all Funko people. But good for them for giving you the plaque.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely been really good vibes lately around anything me and Bring Me related. The clinic tour that I did.
Did you have to hit them up and ask, can I play these songs?
Maybe I should have, but I didn't. I think, I think there was sort of like a mutual, like, it's cool, I hope. But I knew that...
like a publishing bill?
I knew that the fans there were more interested in the Bring Me stuff than maybe anything else.
Does that annoy you?
Nope.
Not at all?
No, because they're a great band and they're ginormous and it just... do the math. Like it makes sense.
Yeah, good for you.
And I had a weird mindset about my experience with them for a while, but man, everything anything negative or weird with that band was so long ago that like I can just look back on everything and be stoked. You know, I was a little piece of that puzzle that got them where they're at, and I had an amazing time. And I am a little bit woo woo in like believing and manifesting and how things, you know, roll out.
Same. I'm in.
Without all of the steps I took to get to where I am now, maybe I wouldn't have my wife or my kids. Or
that's how I think about things as well. Like, I don't really ever hold a grudge. Don't get me wrong. The first sort of year after someone wrongs me, there's a big grudge, a huge grudge.
Yeah, it depends what it is.
I need some sort of revenge. Like, there's a big thing, and then I'm zen. And then I'm just chill. Like, you know what, water under the bridge. But the reason I say that is there's some people, and I feel like. So I had an old band called The Heart Machine, which ended horrifically. And I got absolutely fucked out of royalties, fucked out of credits, fucked out of everything. But it's probably my most technical drum performance. It's like technical death metal ever. And I'll still get people be like, oh man, not really a big fan of any of the Stray stuff, which is German honesty at its finest. But like, and then they'll be like, but I love what you did with The Heart Machine, and I'll get so pissed off about it. And then one day,
cuts.
Yeah. But then one day I was just like, oh, cool, like good for you. Like I still did that.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people. Tim Heidecker from Tim and Eric, you know that guy. We ever see an interview where someone asked him about Tim and Eric, and he's doing a music career now, and he's like, he does good, and it's not funny. It's like it sounds like kind of like Neil Young, like it's really good.
Yeah.
But like someone asked him about Tim and Eric, he goes ape shit.
Gets cut.
Hates it.
Yeah, no, man. I had a good time. I have a great life now. Like, what's to be mad about?
Good for you.
I have a German honesty story actually after watching the Josh James.
Hit me.
I mean,
this should be a segment.
Yeah, it should.
Oh, hello. I'm about to be very, very honest with you. That's the jingle for German honesty on the Downbeat. Jonah.
Yeah.
Tried to hit me with some German honesty.
That's not going to be the funniest one you've ever had, but I think the typical ones are like, it starts with a compliment and then it's a diss, right?
Always.
Yeah.
100% of the time.
And it could be anything. It could be like you guys talked about. It could be the shoes that you wore or how you played a certain song. I got one. The actual German honesty itself wasn't the outstanding part. It was something like, great show. Just one thing. You played the solo last time a little bit good, but this time a little bit shit. Why? Right?
Fucking great accent, by the way.
Thank you.
I was
surname.
there.
It's the surname.
Did they say why?
I don't remember why, but the best part was I had decided to go out into the general public to take a piss instead of going, maybe there wasn't a backstage toilet or something. Earlier in the show, like not too many people around. This all happened at the urinal. I'm pissing. Guy pulls up next to me to piss.
That's my anxiety dream. That's my anxiety dream right there.
Yeah. Looks at me, looks down. No, I'm just kidding.
Looks down. I thought your dick would be bigger.
Great dick, just one thing.
I wanted to call that segment, because I wanted to do it as a segment before, and I wanted to call it Neuro or Euro.
Neuro or Euro?
Because like neurodivergent people sometimes don't have a filter. That's just part of where they are on the spectrum. And
you got to pick which it is.
Consulted a few people on the spectrum, and there was a resounding "do not call it that."
Don't do that.
So yeah,
I feel like that we had another nickname for it because I hadn't really heard German honesty until maybe you guys did the pod. But
I feel like there was another nickname.
I think we called it. It was like the review or something. Like, did you get the German review?
The German review. I feel like Australia is responsible for a lot of
slang
and in like especially with touring, like rare.
That reaches global.
Rare, fucking rare is lexicon for Stray from the Path, and it comes from Australia.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know, like it's how would you explain saying something's rare?
It's just like an irony, right?
Yeah, it's the complete opposite.
It's so not rare. It happens all the time.
So like I would say
you wearing jiu-jitsu t-shirt again, rare.
Fucking rare. Yeah. Or like, German guy gave me a pretty good honest review. Yeah. Rare. It just means not rare. Anyway, that comes from Australia.
Yeah.
And anyone that's like, that fucks with me or the Downbeat or Stray is like, that's just, Madison, how many times do I say rare? That's just in the vocab. And now, from Australia to UK to America, it's just all over.
I wonder if I know who the originator of rare is. I think it might have been some guys from Adelaide, actually. which would have went via JJ and
I learned
Amity
it from
guys and stuff.
JJ. Yeah.
Bring Me had a tour laminate that had a little German guy like Lederhosen or whatever holding a beer, and it had a speech bubble that said like, "Great tour, just one thing."
Really?
Yeah, I probably have it. I'll try and dig it up.
I'm trying to think of other slang specifically from Australia. So you said earlier, sweater.
Yeah.
That's specifically Australian.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Parkway and Byron speak.
Because sweater did come. So sweater is a punisher.
Yeah.
Same thing. But like, it was never punisher for me. It was always sweater, which I think came from Australia, then to architects. And then obviously I talked with architects for years. And then, but Americans call them punishers. But you're still rocking that sweater flag.
I think Punisher was Australian too, but predated sweater. Yeah.
Sweater was the new punisher.
Yeah. Wow. I'm trying to think. Yeah, there's been so many. And I feel like Parkway and then this group of guys from Adelaide were the like purveyors of a lot of it.
Touring with these nuts like warped my liver, number one, but like warped my
vocabulary
like crazy. Like even earlier today I said something to Tom and then I was like, I'll probably bring that up on the podcast because I'm talking to Jona and I wonder. So like instead of saying I don't care about something, I'll say care story. Which, does that ring any bells to you? Like it comes from JJ to me. So like I think we were talking about a drum tech for Slam Dunk and he was like, hey, we can't really afford a drum tech for 2 days and then fly him home and fly him here or whatever, which is annoying. But I was like, it's 2 shows, care story. And then I was like, it's just JJ.
Yeah, I feel like that might have been like a high school type of thing. For us, yeah.
Still there.
Yeah.
Calling people horses. You ever get that one?
That's JJ and that same. There's this whole group from Adelaide that just made all these weird things and some of it's widely used. Some of it is like that's too far out. Like it's not getting adopted.
I think it was just calling your friends horses, and then it would be like coming into a backstage and everyone's there. You'd be like, "Oh, full stable," like just silly shit.
Is that like stallion, like mare, like attractive, handsome?
Yeah. Oh, full
guys
stable.
Yeah.
I love an in joke. I feel like in jokes are dying. What?
Because we're old and we don't tour anymore. Well, you do.
Well, I do. And we still have in-jokes, and we're still doing the same in-jokes from fucking 2008. We need to start some new in-jokes.
Yeah.
Madison, you've hung out at parties with like people. Do people still like quote movies at each other? Like I was thinking yesterday, we were watching something yesterday, Tropic Thunder yesterday, and I remembered it was the DreamWorks logo at the beginning, and I remembered like back in the day, I feel like all we did was sit around and quote Anchorman at each other.
Yeah. That was common. I don't know about now.
Yeah, but now I'm thinking like, have memes replaced like just quoting a movie?
Probably.
Do people quote movies?
Yeah.
But like, is there like a movie that
we make ourselves sound really old?
Yeah, I am fucking old.
Do you guys still?
People like excessively quote movies? Or is it more?
I feel like you would hear going down the street, more people quote like Vines or TikToks than you would hear someone quote movies. But you got to think like there's a lot of memes made out of movies, so in reality everyone's quoting this movie that's a meme now,
quoting the movie through the medium of meme.
So yes,
I've got a wholesome movie quote story.
You've got a story for everything. This is a perfect guest.
My wife makes jokes about it all the time because I have a story for everything, or the other thing is I'll have a song for something. Like I'll say something that's like a quote or like a thing. It won't even necessarily be a well-known quote, but it'll just be something I say. Then I'll have a song for it, and like the lyric of the chorus is the thing that I just said. And
we are kindred spirits. She gets
annoyed with it, but yeah, I have a story for everything. And a lot of our conversations start with, I don't know if I've told you this one, but blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
I was in Target in Irvine with a guy called Pepe, who used to be the like roadie guy for Bleeding Through, just randomly hanging out, and we were quoting Dumb and Dumber back and forth. Randomly.
Look at her face. I quote Dumb and Dumber every single day of my life.
Look at her eye roll, you mean?
100%.
Yeah. And I don't even remember what quotes we were quoting, but we're just literally strolling down the aisle in Target, blah, 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 quoting back and forth. And a complete stranger, maybe like 15 feet ahead of us, turns around, looks at us like really seriously, and he goes, "We got no food. We got no jobs. Harper's heads are falling off." And we just all lost it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was cute.
Bring back quoting movies to strangers in Target.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber every day. Even just dumb shit. Like, I'll just, for no reason, say, oh, big gulps. See you later.
Yeah.
Like, just any of the, like, obscure Dumb and Dumber quotes.
Beer Fest was a big one for us back in the day.
Never seen it.
That was like, what are they called? Something Lizard. No, I'm not going to remember the guy's name. But they did Super Troopers.
Oh, yeah. I remember a Euro Trip. Is that the same people?
I don't know. I can't remember what they were called. But yeah, Beer Fest was like a slightly, more obscure one. But a lot of good quotes.
Yeah. Bring back in jokes. Bring back quoting. At the same time that I want the ridiculous T-shirts to come back, I want everyone wearing those ridiculous T-shirts to be quoting Anchorman at each other. Just bring me back to 2006.
Well, there was also a time where you could quote shit like that on the T-shirt. You could use samples before breakdowns or as an intro to the songs.
Suicide Silence, I honestly think the main reason for their success was that early stuff where they had the Family Guy samples.
Everywhere, yeah.
And in the UK, because Family Guy was so small, the CD, if anyone remembers CDs, compact discs, the compact disc for Suicide Silence first record had all the Family Guy quotes on it, but it couldn't be done in America.
Oh, yeah, right.
So, and I just remember, because people would go to the shows, if anyone doesn't know this, Suicide Silence's whole thing was like season 1 Family Guy quote at the beginning of the song, some Family Guy noise before the breakdown, like the fucking Kool-Aid guy or whatever.
Yep.
And those shows were massive and everyone's singing along to those quotes. Bring back movie quotes. Yeah. Bring them back.
You got to have a good lawyer, I guess.
Yeah, fuck. That's probably it.
Who had one? Parkway had a couple that were big on older stuff.
What, lyrics or merch?
In on the recordings, like on the songs.
Oh, like the actual samples. Yeah, they did.
They had Yippee-ki-yay.
Got away with that.
Yeah.
You can say motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
You can't say the C word, which
There's
as
one,
an Australian
there's one band that I was involved with who had a movie quote and the record label wouldn't allow it. They said, we're going to get, pinged on this or sued or whatever. But it suited the song so much and we really wanted it. So we re-recorded it. We created a new master of the movie quote. So close to how it actually sounded. We got a guy actor. We got a girl actor. What
was the quote?
I can't say.
You can't say? Will you get in trouble for that? Don't want to redid it.
I don't know. It's probably fine, but...
Okay. Can I ask you one more time to tell me?
You can probably Google it. What one it is?
Yeah.
It's...
You're going to tell me now?
Yeah, sure. It was one of the songs on There Is a Hell, and it was I can't even remember what they said. I feel like my heart has been touched by grace. Yeah. It was like an intro.
Yeah. What was the movie?
I have no idea what the movie was.
Just remade it.
Ollie found it. Lights was the female voice because she did some other singing on the record. Wow. And then I think the guy was like a random crew member on Warped Tour, and we recorded it on an M-Box in the back of the bus with like the air conditioner going and everything.
We've done this 3 times in recent memory with Stray. We had the song 3, we had a Barney quote at the beginning. Barney the dinosaur. And it was just like a little jingle from Barney, and then the same thing, it got through to whoever, and they were like, we can't, it's Barney, you can't, Disney owns it or whatever, you can't do it. So we had the guy from Nightlife redo I don't know how we did it. Must have pitch shifted his voice or something because it's children's voices.
Sounds like Barney or what?
It was kids, but on Barney, and it was like a little piano jingle, and he just remade the whole thing. So the version I still practice to is actually the Barney quote, and then the version that is on the record and gets played live is the remade one. And so when I go and play live, I always think there's something wrong with like the sample rate on the samples.
Yeah.
Because I'm used to practicing to the actual Barney one. It's just so slightly different. And then anything else we find a cool quote from something, and then we get Marissa Putney, Will's wife. Yeah. If it's a girl, she just does it. There's like 3 albums in a row now, I think, where she's just on the record.
That's awesome.
To like circumvent some legal thing.
Yeah. Michelle was on one of the drug songs on the record that I was involved with them. It's just like a little whispering. She says, wake up, wake up, wake up. And I recorded that in my laundry.
In your laundry room, yeah. Field recording. Bring back field recording, your spouse. Bring back stupid T-shirts, quotes. Just bring it all back. Back to the climbing things situation. Unless this is going to ruin your 2 truths and a lie. Any injuries? Because you've done crazy shit.
Yeah, it won't ruin it.
Oh, it's in there.
No. It's not in there. No injuries, but I did almost get really badly injured. And I told this story on the clinic tour as well. But the story was we played a show in Finland, a festival, and I tried to do more like what the airborne guy did. So I went up and then I went across, and you could get on top of the beam where he had to like hang. So
did you sit there?
Yeah, I stood and I like walked through each little square.
Psycho.
And I got to the middle and I'm like standing on the beam just like a god, and I'm like playing the thing, and we had a whole system where like we would just ring out continuously. Lee would kind of loop his ring out, and that would say, "You ready, Jonah?" And then I would kick into the lead. Dean would hit my effects change to like my lead channel, and then after that was like the little electronic-y drum portion that went for however many bars, and that was my time to get back down. And I didn't realize how tricky it was getting back, and it was taking me too long. And so I got to the top of the ladder part, and the song's about to kick in.
It's an outdoor show.
This might have been an indoor tent.
Indoor
kind of
tent, but it's a
situation.
festival thing.
Yeah, and I could still get up the truss. Can't remember. So I get to the top of the thing, the song's about to kick in, and I try to do like a cool fireman slide, like down the sides of the ladder. But from like, easily 30 feet.
Yeah.
And these trusses have like horizontal bars and then diagonal bars as well.
Yeah.
And so I kind of like had my feet clamped onto the sides and my hands clamped onto the sides. And as I was going down, my pinkies hit one of the bars and my hands just came off completely. And I free fell for maybe 10 feet and quickly like grabbed back on like a cat and managed to kind of slide the rest of the way down. And I wasn't hurt, but I could have fallen from like 20, 30 feet up.
Hurt your ass falling out from the fear.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
But, we did dumb stuff like that all the time, like stage diving with guitars, could have hurt people with the guitar itself.
I think about this all the time because there was that band Trophy Eyes that got in trouble recently. I mean, fucking worse than trouble. That girl was like paralyzed.
Yeah.
And there was a massive discourse online of people, rare, of people being like, the venue clearly said no stage dives, like, and blaming him. And I was like, in my head, I'm like, this could have happened to any one of us. Like, it's even I've stage dove.
Yeah.
Like, and the venue says don't do this, and you have like a security briefing, and everyone at the security briefing is like, yeah, you don't incite this. You're not allowed to say the words, but like,
it's going to happen.
If it happens, it happens. And like, when people were like dogging on Trophy Eyes, like, he shouldn't have done it. And it's like, would you be saying the same thing if it was like your favorite band? Like, because everyone's jumped in the crowd. Drew's been doing it for years. Like, everyone.
Slipknot does it. Everyone does it.
Yeah. Like,
Prom played a show once on the Say Goodbye tour, which was supposed to be our Say Goodbye tour. And that was the other end of the handshake with Bring Me, where they brought us out to the UK and then we brought them out to Australia.
Yeah.
Pure insanity that lineup was a thing. It was I Killed the Prom Queen headline, Bring Me the Horizon direct support, The Red Shore, who is Jamie, most recent Prom Queen singer. It was his old band.
Oh, actually, The Red Shore toured together.
Yeah.
Loved that band.
And then opening was The Ghost Inside, who
Crazy.
had only just become The Ghost Inside after being a dying dream, and they were about to put out that first, I don't know if it's an album or an EP, but Fury and the Fallen Ones.
I don't know.
But yeah, they hadn't really done anything crazy other than like a few maybe US tours. But Vigil was like a homie of a homie, and I needed an opener, and he was like, "You should just put Ghost Inside on," and I was like, "I should." I'd heard the release; it was cool, and that like kickstarted them really well. But yeah, we played hometown Adelaide, and we actually played a nightclub that sometimes would convert into a venue. It was about like 1,000 or 1,100 cap, but all the security were nightclub security, not music venue security.
Oh, I've had this one, yep.
So they didn't know what stage diving was. They didn't know the etiquette of like, there's going to be people floating. And we had the briefings, the security meetings and everything, but they didn't know people were going to float to the front of the thing and then they had to help them get down. And they had just never seen anything like that. And they're used to like breaking up fights in, drunken fights in nightclubs. So they start trying to force the crowd surfers back, like, go back that way. And then you can't. They keep coming. And then they started hitting the kids, like punching these kids that couldn't help it, but just go forward. So
when the security has no idea.
Yeah,
we played like a strip club before, and it was like earlier that day. No, there was no strippers there. In fact, earlier that day was a drag brunch, which was fun. But like we were like loading into this drag brunch.
Yeah.
And then same thing as security didn't know what was happening. Like Drew jumps in the crowd, and you could just see them all just going. Yeah. Like it was 9/11. It was in New York actually, so very much like 9/11.
What's the best non-venue you've played?
What counts as non-venue? Because like a bar,
like a non-traditional music venue, something that shouldn't be a music venue, but you played a show there.
Best for actual show or best like for memory?
The story, I guess.
We played what was an Irish-themed restaurant in Nairobi, Kenya.
Yeah, right.
And it was not set up to have shows or anything. It was called Murphy's Law. Yeah. No, that was one of the bands that played, but I'm pretty sure the bar was called like Murphy something. It's Nairobi, like real Africa.
Yeah.
And it was just like the most insane, same thing. Like we played at 3 a.m. and then we got a flight the next day or whatever. But it was like people were there eating dinner. Again, in China, done a restaurant in China as well where guys last minute hasn't had a show.
Because I've done a bar that was like, had topless waitresses during the day and then was a music venue at night or whatever.
Did they remain?
No.
Why don't they just let them stay?
Let them stay.
Let them stay.
But I feel like I've got a couple, and I feel like these are the cool stories that you look back on with your mates and you go, do you remember that time we played that thing that was this thing when it shouldn't have been a venue? I have two, not from the same tour, but almost the same tour. And this was very common in like early mid-2000s US tour. Like local 16-year-old promoter from Fredericksburg, whichever states had that town. And my first US tour was Evergreen Terrace, Caliban, Prom Queen, and Scars of Tomorrow, who were like an Orange County kind of metalcore band at the time. And
with Josh James in Evergreen at the time.
He was my first
the Downbeat
US
MCU.
Tour. Yeah.
Amazing.
And then there was another similar tour that also was, I think, maybe loosely affiliated with Eulogy Records somehow, happening at the same time, that was between the Buried and Me, Beloved, and Glass Casket. And there was 3 or 4 shows on each tour where the shows came together and they just combined them into like a mega show.
Love that.
And it was like some of the most memorable shows I've ever experienced. And one of them was in like the big hall in Detroit that was like the upstairs to the Eminem venue where he like did the rap battle. Whatever that one's called.
Oh, I'm going to remember it. The Majestic, is that it?
Probably.
It's literally, I can't remember.
Like
maybe Majestic Theatre, I think it's called that.
2 of them were real venues. The other one was the original, what's the one in Atlanta that was big? They had a big upstairs room and a downstairs as well. Masquerade. The original
old Masquerade, yeah.
So like those were huge, like 900 cap at the time for a hardcore show. It was crazy. Yeah. But the third one was it wasn't a Chuck E. Cheese, but it was a Chuck E. Cheese type, like kids.
That's a dream. Yeah. That's the opposite of an anxiety dream.
Restaurant, kids play area, and then just a stage and bands off to the side. And perfect. BT Bam just shredding. Kids playing, going down slides and stuff.
That's so sick. I don't know if you remember, was Glass Casket like half of BT Bam, or were they always toured together? Because I think
when that tour happened, it wasn't any of BT Bam. I know the one guy, the guitar player, joined. I don't know if there was another member as well. I'm not too sure.
That band was sick.
Yeah,
Glass Casket was awesome. We did one of those like tours, like you were just saying, like I can't believe that was a tour when it was like Prom Queen, Bring Me. We did one of those shows where they combined 2 tours together, and the lineup, I think it was 2019. We were playing in town and this other tour package were playing in town, and we were both doing like 900 tickets each, and we were just like, should we just combine the shows together?
Mega show.
And it was, wait for this, it was Knock Loose, Stray from the Path, Malevolence, The Devil Wears Prada, Loathe. I can't remember who else.
That's a festival.
But like every single
German festival.
Every single one of those like 5 bands that I mentioned there now pulls like 1,500 to 3,000 people.
Yeah.
So like anyone that saw that show, like that was history.
That's one of the ones you see on like one of those metalcore Reddit threads. It's like, what's the one
the one
memorable show you can never forget kind of thing. Yeah.
That was so sick.
So yeah, the Chuck E. Cheese was one, and then we played a Sunday school room of a church.
Wow.
And it was Prom, It Dies Today, and Roses Are Red, Trustkill bands.
Was that in the States or was that Australia?
In the States.
Australia does those cool matinees. I say cool, but very loosely cool. Like it's cool that the kids can go to the shows, but
yeah, it's because
some of those are weird.
Some of the states have weird liquor licensing, and instead of doing an all ages venue, you have to do a nighttime over 18s and a daytime under 18s.
Which is weird, right? Because we're in Tennessee and they have those sort of laws, but not for live music. There's a lot of all ages shows.
Yeah.
But like, we went to the Ren Fair the other day.
I saw that.
The Renaissance
and we
Fair.
saw all the people with the ears and the cool get-up.
Wait, my first Ren Fair.
Yeah.
It was so sick.
You guys are gothed out.
Oh, I was like, Madison's like a Ren Fair person.
That's good.
Did you say that? You're a Ren Fair person?
I'm a big fan.
And then she was like, do you want to go? And I was like, fuck yeah, I want to go. And I don't think she really believed me that I wanted to go. So it was getting close and she was like, oh, the Ren Fair's next week. And I was like, I'm fucking in.
Let's go. I got my outfit.
I Amazoned my outfit. I was like, you're telling me I can dress like I'm in Behemoth and walk around.
The dream.
It was so sick. But Tennessee, no, are you straight edge?
Yes.
You're straight edge. I'm not. But Tennessee, no drinking.
Yeah,
at
right.
a Ren Fair. I was like, I wanted mead.
No mead.
No mead.
I was going to say.
There wasn't even like fake mead.
Faux mead?
You would think that there would be fake mead, but there was nothing. Are you vegan as well? Vegan straight edge?
Vegan straight edge.
How long? A long time.
Yeah. I went vegan, I think, in like 99 or 2000, so coming up 25, 26 years. Technically, I've been straight edge around the same amount of time, but only because I didn't know what straight edge was until I think 98.
Yeah.
But I was always drug and alcohol free my whole entire life.
Never broke?
Not once.
Not even by accident?
Which one? Vegan or straight edge?
Either.
Straight edge, I had a sip of champagne when I was probably like 11 and I was like, oh, this is gross. And then one time...
Great age.
Yeah.
What the fuck were you
Just
doing
trying
at
to get
11? Like fucking popping bottles in the club.
Just like a bogan Christmas party. You know what I
Nice,
mean?
yeah.
And then one time in high school, everyone was trying to peer pressure super hard. And my whole thing was I'm very stubborn. And so once the peer pressure started, I doubled down on the other end and just went, I'm definitely not doing it now. But they were like, if you sip a beer, we'll leave you alone. So I sipped a beer. I had like a sip and then they left me alone.
Was this bullying?
Yeah.
Oh. That's
Not
sad.
acceptable.
I thought that was a happy, fun story.
It was friendly. I mean, I drank Monster.
I actually stopped doing all drugs, and now like I still drink, but like not that much. But like,
how many pots have you smoking?
I can't do it.
Yeah,
I wish I could. That's fucking Bob Marley over there.
I said something to JJ once, and he was like, "Man, you're so straight edge." Like the thing that I said was the giveaway, but it was something like, are you guys smoking a bud of weed or like something like that?
A bud of weed.
Yeah. Don't do drugs, kids. Vegan. Yeah. There's mistakes. Like there was a European spread on a tour and
Classic.
They label like, this is the vegan deli meats. This is the not vegan. And someone switched the signs or something happened. And
Motherfucker. And
I
you were like,
smashed
this
the
is
whole-
the best.
Yeah. Why is it so tasty?
This is the best fake vegan meat that I've ever had. You off camera, you said, I need to talk about my guitar, my baby.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
I mean, it's important to me, but no one else probably cares.
Yeah, they do. You're a guitarist. This is a music podcast.
That's true.
There's a neural ad at the beginning of this selling people
sick.
a wonderful plug-in.
Will they hook me up?
Oh, 100%. I can get it hooked up today.
All right. We'll trade information.
Sick. But listeners of the podcast have to use the code Downbeat for 30% off. What a wonderful discount.
That is a sick deal.
Two ads, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best discount they do as well, which is, I'm like, sick. Good for me because
tier.
everyone will fucking use it. Anyway, tell me about this guitar.
Well, you had just asked me if I had a signature model, and I don't, and I never have, but I almost did. And that's not really my baby. So I have been a Caparison guitar player since 2005.
Is that the one with the like stylized?
Yeah, it's kind of like a
writing?
cursive. And
Yeah.
they're best known for one of the headstocks as like a
Yeah,
point.
I
Looks
know
like
the
you
one.
can take an eye out with it.
I'm there. It's got strings. Looks a little bit like a swan at the top.
It's called the Devil's Tail, which I was like, yeah.
It's kind of sick.
And
Fuck
then
yeah.
Brian Lepke of Bleeding Through was like, it looks like an elf shoe. And I was like, oh, don't say
Ruined
that.
it now.
Yeah. But I found out about those through the band Soilwork, who I was a massive fan of. Shout out
Unbelievable
Soilwork.
riffers.
Yeah,
And
the best.
Dirk from Soilwork is now in Megadeth. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he was in Soilwork. I think he was.
Yes. So yeah, that was my intro to them. And at the time, they were like this mythical. You couldn't find them. You couldn't see them in a store. You had to search the dark web to find a Caparison guitar. Quite expensive. But I got lucky, and to get endorsed, you had to tick 3 boxes. You had to have an album out in Japan on a Japanese label. You had to play a show in Japan.
Are they Japanese?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the story behind them is the creator of Caparison, the luthier, used to be the Jackson custom shop guy back in the 80s for Japan. So there was
those good ones. Yeah. Oh, now
there was
I
an
get
80s
it.
hair metal band that played like shreddy Jacksons.
Had to be neon green. Like, oh, I love those guitars.
Well, he created his own finish. It was called like a sponge finish, and he uses a sponge.
That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah.
And it looks, if it's done well, I mean, they're all done well, but some of them look a little different depending on the colorway. But if it's done well, it almost looks like marble.
Yeah.
Like a marble finish.
Simon will probably pop one of these up here while we're talking.
So, started playing Caparison, got endorsed, went to Japan, played the show, met the guys. It's a very small boutique company, but like, you know, nowadays, $3,000 to $5,000 instruments that I climbed shit with and put dents in and trashed them, unfortunately. I got some really cool customs created, and then Epiphone hit up Bring Me the Horizon, and they were like, we want to do a signature model for you and Lee. And I was like, yeah, sweet, okay, but I play this other guitar, like, what about that? And I probably am one of the rare guitar players that had kind of a deal where like I was allowed to keep playing Caparison because I was with them for so long and first, and they were my love. But they were going to let me have an Epiphone signature, and shape-wise, they looked fairly similar. At the time I was playing, it kind of looks like if a double cut Les Paul and a PRS had a baby.
I remember the guitar, yeah.
Yeah, it's called the Caparison Angelus. So I played those. They created me these 2 really cool customs. One was like a blue flame maple, one was a red flame maple. And then I had this prototype signature created that was a white, like a gloss white Epiphone Les Paul double cut. Really cool. And then the Bring Me thing happened, and I wasn't in the band anymore, and Lee's got made, and I had like a prototype of mine, which I still have.
That's cool that you still got it, though.
Yeah, a little piece of history.
Did you ask for that back?
No, there was 2, and I got to keep one. I think the band's management kept one for some reason, put it in their office. But anyway, I continued playing Caparison and fell on hard times at, you know, various points through music career, as most of us musicians do. And these guitars are like fairly valuable, and they have a very like niche fan base where like the fans really know like their value and they love them and they're obsessed. So I ended up trading my blue Caparison that was like my number 1 guitar that I played whole career with Bring Me with a buddy of mine for one of his, and then we solidified the trade. I sold the one that I traded him, and then he sold his, and then my guitar was like off in the ether.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. And then 10 years later, just like within the last few weeks, I was thinking, man, I miss that guitar. Like, it was such a piece of my career history, and it was such a cool guitar. And I should see if I can track down who has it. And so I hit up the guy I sold it to see if he remembered who he sold it to, and yada yada. And I found the guy that had it. He actually has both the red and the blue one. And as I messaged him on Messenger, he was like, oh, dude, I was just about to hit you up. Like, I haven't played it in a year and it's just sitting there. I was going to see if you wanted to buy it back. So
you bought it back?
I bought it back, and it came in the mail like just before I went to Asia. I didn't bring it with me because it was like kind of in rough shape and wasn't ready to play. And I also didn't want to lose it on an airline or have it break or something. So, but I'm excited to get it all kind of set up, and that will be my like number 1 on the Prom Queen tour.
Sick.
Yeah.
I currently have like a bunch of my drums like that, like a bunch of my snare drums that are like my babies, and they've done all our records, and they're like sat in storage in Glasgow. And I'm like, how do I even get those back? Because obviously there's a limit to the amount of stuff that I wanted to freight over, and also stuff like that. So what I've been doing is, when we go and play Europe, I pay a guy that lives in Glasgow to go and pick up a drum for me, take it to one of the venues, and then every time I've just been flying home with a drum.
Getting them back one by one.
By the end of summer, my whole collection will be here, because I'm going back and forth so many times.
That's rad.
But I checked a kick drum, like as checked luggage. And it was fine. It turned up fine. It was
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Okay.
I've had one of mine break on the plane.
I feel like they fuck with guitars more. Like everyone I know has got problems.
I had it. It was in a tank flight case, like custom fitted foam, everything. And I opened it, and the headstock was just hanging by the strings.
I feel like they must fucking do it on purpose.
Probably.
The amount of things that I've seen where people have just smashed them up.
Yeah.
Annoying.
I had another Caparison that was a prototype signature model for Adam D that I traded for a guitar amp with his old tech. And I had it for about 5 years, and it was awesome. And it was all the paint was worn through because it was a full prototype, like one paint finish. Really good character, sounded amazing, super lightweight because of his back problems or whatever. And then I played it on Beloved for all the guitar solos. And then I wanted to propose to my wife. So I found a guy that was like a Caparison super fan, and I sold it to him and used the money to buy her engagement ring.
Classic.
Yeah. Investments.
Wait, did you get it for free or did you pay for it?
I traded it for an amp I got at artist price. So it was like $1,500.
Yeah, sweet.
Her ring cost more than $1,500.
Oh, I know it did, but like that's like essentially you got a discount on the ring. Like
Yeah.
if you trace it, that's the thing. Like we're going to Disney next week. Oh, I want to get into Star Wars Lego, man. We're going to Disney next
Let's
week.
go.
Disney and Universal. And I was like, I'm happy to pay for it all.
Yeah.
And I was just like, let me just put it on my story. Does anyone have the hookup? Fucking whole thing hooked up.
That's
just
sick.
random people that work at Disney, random people that work at Universal.
Yeah,
and I did have the choice to not tell Madison and to be like, I got us everything, babe.
Hooked
But
us
I was
up.
like, I had to be like, I got this for free.
But that's still just as cool.
Yeah, I guess maybe it is. Seems cheaper.
You're a cool guy.
Is it cool to have got it for free, or is it cooler if I'd have spent my own money on it?
I think it's cool because you have connections.
Yeah.
Hot power. The hot, powerful podcast, man.
Yeah.
Star Wars Lego. How much you got?
Approximately $25,000 insured value.
Insured?
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah.
What I want to know, I don't even have to look at my notes because I was stoked to talk about this. I want to know what's your favourite one, and then I want to know if it's different, what was the hardest one to build?
The build difficulty is kind of like not even really a consideration.
Really? Or just a pro?
There's stuff there's stuff that's annoying, like a lot of the Technic, like the big Technic cars and stuff, I'm sure are kind of a punish to build. But the build for me is like the meditation. It's like I just zone out, and it's like there's something zen about it. And
is there music on?
It depends. So actually, my favorite thing to do is there's a YouTuber that does speed builds. He'll time lapse the builds, and it'll just feed one into the next, and he's this guy from Austria or something. He has really bad
honesty.
Yeah. I didn't realize this at first, but my wife and I were watching it with our kids, and he has really bad plaque all in his teeth.
Oh no! For a YouTuber,
yeah,
that should be taxed. Fuck, that's me. That should be tax deductible.
He looks unfortunate, I guess, in a way, but his videos are great production, and so
you just German honesty to the Austrian.
Yeah,
you just Austrian honesty.
That's what you get.
I love your videos. You have very bad
great
teeth,
video.
Great videos.
Your breath
See a
stinks.
dentist. That's fucking insane.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll put that on, or no music. It's just like, yeah, it's like a zen thing for me.
Okay, what's your favorite
connection
one?
to childhood as well? You know,
Sick.
reliving.
You haven't
my
got like
childhood.
the Star Wars soundtrack going on while you do it. That's what I do.
Maybe some lo-fi.
Lo-fi Star Wars, or
yeah, that's a vibe.
Sick.
My favorite is probably what most people would consider their Star Wars Lego White Whale, which is 2003's 10123 set, Cloud City. And it came out, I think, as a Walmart exclusive at the time, and it wasn't very popular, and it's kind of a big, awkward build. And I wasn't a fan of like the really old, clunky looking Star Wars stuff for a while, and now I kind of appreciate it more. But yeah, it was like one of the only sets to feature at the time arm printing and leg printing.
Oh, really?
And belt printing, which is like a huge deal in the AFOL community.
What's AFOL?
Adult fan of Lego.
Wow. Oh, yeah, you've got an Instagram. What's your Instagram for?
Tattooed AFOL.
Tattooed AFOL.
Yeah.
So, right, let me, Cloud City.
Shout out
so,
AFOLs.
you got Lando there, obviously.
I'm so glad I'm already married, by the way.
Yeah, wow, you lucked out.
There's just no points on this.
I mean, you're pretty hot. Cloud City, what you got? You got
Boba's
Lando?
the one. Boba's the one you want. Boba's the one that has arm printing, leg printing. The minifigure alone goes for anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000.
Holy
for a little guy.
shit! What? Is there any vehicles there, or is it just Cloud City?
It's like a escape, like a scene. It has like
Darth Vader. Is it that scene?
It's got Vader. It's got Stormtrooper, Lando, Leia in her kind of like dressy thing.
Hot. Is she hot as Lego?
She's pretty cute.
Sick.
There's actually there's a Leia, a slave Leia they did that's pretty hot. It's got some cleavage and stuff.
The Lego's got cleavage.
Yeah, but then they changed
hot.
it. The newest one, they put her in like little booty shorts instead of like
woke,
like a thong type.
They wokeified my Lego. Oh no.
There's funny stuff like that with Lego that people complain about because it's like, is that movie quality? But they're a family friendly brand, and I just have fun with it.
No one's jorking it to Lego tits. Like,
how do you know?
And the AFOL community.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh, you can see her fucking tits.
Simon.
No, Simon. That's in. That's in. That's my podcast, my fucking rules.
Right.
I'll jork it to slave Leia.
Lego.
In fact, the word slave is probably worse than me jorking it at this point.
My wife, Michelle, made my dreams come true. About a year ago, she wore the slave Leia outfit for me.
Really?
Yeah.
This is allowed to be in the podcast. We can keep it in there. Good for you, bro. Was it your birthday?
No.
Just a random Tuesday.
Yeah.
I get the odd random Tuesday.
But I had probably been pestering her about it for maybe 8 years. So, and it was just like, it was an afterthought, and it just finally happened.
Good for her for not doing it for 8 years.
Yeah.
Locked in. I want the marriage. I want the kids.
Slave Leia.
Now you get the slave Leia.
Yeah.
It sounds like we're saying slave labor. We're not.
No.
Anyway, I'm back on Cloud City because I love Star Wars.
Yes.
Does it have the little place where C-3PO and R2-D2 are getting fucked up? That's in Cloud City, isn't it? When
It
there's
is.
They're like, C-3PO is like halved or whatever.
So I have 2 Cloud Cities. The original one is pretty basic, and it's like a long scene, and then there's like the landing pad for Slave 1 behind it. And it has...
Why are we saying slave so much? Carry on.
You have to call it Boba's ship now.
But really?
Yeah, Lego started calling it Boba's ship and Django's ship.
Is there like an anti-woke Lego community?
Probably.
Probably, but
there's a YouTuber that has a problem with everything.
Oh,
he's always complaining about the littlest. The clones have helmet holes in them.
For the record, guys, I'm just doing a bit when I say woke. It's funnier to me to say the word woke when things happen. I don't really care about anything.
Woke
Lego. You can change it. You can not change it. I don't care. Anyway, I derailed. I'm talking about Cloud City. My favorite Star Wars.
The new one has it. It's big. It's like this big circular playset. It has the little rooms and it has the little droid dismantling.
But it's not worth as much as the 2003.
Nope.
Are they worth the same build? Do you keep all the boxes?
The value, if you really want, like if you're a collector and you either want to retain the value, it's like sealed in the box. You never even open it.
Same fucking sneakers. But
yeah.
I'm a wearer.
Yeah, same.
I'm a wearer.
I wear my sneakers.
You're a player.
And I love to
Do you call it playing with Lego? Building? Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you ever play with it?
One thing I do say, which is frowned upon, but it's cuter, is I call them Legos, which I never did as a kid. It was always Lego.
Yeah, but I thought Americans called it Legos. America. Yeah. Do you call it Lego or Legos?
Settle the debate.
If you were talking about thinking, don't overthink it. Just tell me that you're going to a room to play with your not tits.
Legos.
Legos, yeah. America calls it Legos.
But that's grammatically incorrect.
It's not, because the plural is Lego.
Which means
like vinyl.
Lego means play well in Danish. It's two.
Does it? So you
words.
play with Lego. Fuck you both. You're not building shit. You're playing.
Yeah.
You playing with Lego. That's about it on the Lego side of things.
It's fun.
I mean, how do you feel about IKEA furniture as a Lego man?
I can see there's a connection there.
But do you enjoy making an IKEA? Because I fucking hate it. Yeah. I hate it so much. There's no smiling faces. There's no Princess Leia's fucking boobs on there. There's just...
They have some cool stuff, but yeah, it's not the same.
I love the shit afterwards. Don't get me wrong.
I didn't realize for the longest time that you could be an adult and like Lego. I got back into it in 2019, kind of like COVID era.
Yeah.
And I just, everyone's locked inside. And then Michelle, my wife, had bought me this little set for Christmas or something. And then I was like, I enjoyed that. It took me 2 seconds to build. And I'd always wanted the Death Star, the big round.
I always feel like I haven't done Lego since I was a kid, but the Lego Death Star is so sick.
And for some reason, I just didn't think you could be an adult and be into Lego. And
it was illegal.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like not cool, you know?
Yeah.
But then I bought myself the Death Star, and my son, I think at the time was like 1. So he was like coming into Lego age in the next few years. And now we bond over it. We build together. He's got his little collection. I got mine. My daughter has her collection.
That's so cute. Kids is such a good excuse to do that stuff as well. Like, just be like, I'm going to do this for the kids. It's like, actually, it's for me.
There was a guy who put one of the big sets, like the big Millennium Falcon or something, on his wedding registry. And his wife okayed it, but said you have to wait until we have kids to open it and build it.
Nice.
And it like catalogued the whole story, and he finally had the kids, and they were finally old enough, and they cracked it out and built it.
That's cute.
Yeah, heaps cute.
Oh, Lego's cute. Maybe I'll get some Lego.
You should.
We've got a Lego Death Star. Where is have you like, you haven't, wait. Whoa. Is the Lego Death Star on display?
Yes.
5 gold records not on display.
Yeah.
Lego Death Star.
Yeah.
Is it hanging off the ceiling? Pride of Place. Where is it?
I put a lighting kit on it. You turn it on and the lasers flash and stuff.
Are you serious? Yeah. I need a photo of that. I need you to send me a photo of that so we can pop that up there.
Yeah, sweet.
But like, it's so funny you don't have those gold discs.
I know, I should. It's just like, I got to put the hole in the wall and figure out where they go.
You had to build a Death Star.
But I can move the Death Star around. If I put it in the wrong place and then I got to like move it somewhere else, it's like a hole in the wall.
Prom Queen's back. What are you doing?
Sort of, yeah. So
What do you mean sort of?
Well, we kind of didn't really ever go away. We did call it quits at one point.
That's going away, my friend.
Yeah, and then we came back, and then the second time we went away, we weren't like, well, we're breaking up again. We were just like, you know what? Let's take a break, and everyone's getting married and having kids, and we're not going to tour full time through all that. So we just sort of let it be a thing. And fast forward to now, we've decided it's been 25 years since the band was born.
Yeah.
Seems like a good, nice round number to get back together and do something. We tried to get some reunion stuff going a few years ago, and for various reasons, it just didn't really happen. But yeah, so we threw something together. We're calling it the classic lineup or something, because technically it's not the original lineup because we had 1 million members before the band really like kicked off, but it's technically the original lineup on all the releases. So it's me on guitar, Kev and Cameron on guitar, JJ Peters on drums, which is exciting because I
need to see this.
I don't think he's touched a drum in a minute.
I'm sure he'll kill it, but I need to see it.
And you know, he's crushing it with his other stuff. And then Crafter, original vocalist on vocals. And then Sean Kennedy, who is our original bass player, passed away sadly. And so Jamie Hope, who was our most recent vocalist, is stepping in on bass in Sean's place.
R.I.P.S.K.
Yeah.
That's sad.
He was a good boy. So yeah, we started off with 6 dates in Australia's capital cities. I think like 1,500 cap rooms on average. Probably should have held upgrades, but we didn't think it was really going to do that well. And then none of the upgrades were available. So now we're doing 12 shows. Just double shows in all the venues.
Nice. That's
for the most part.
Back to back.
No, that's the
That
thing.
sucks. You got to load out.
Around.
Oh,
yeah.
The best thing ever is when you do a double
There
show
might
and
be,
you finish.
I think Melbourne's a double. Yeah, Sydney and Brisbane are now the weekend before it was going to start.
Are you going to do any Europe, any festivals?
To be determined.
To be determined, because you'll definitely get offers.
Yeah, we still have to gauge that. I think people didn't really take it seriously until the Aussie stuff was announced, and now we're starting to get some interest here in the US, Southeast Asia, very interested. And then, yeah, Europe. I mean, some Europe festivals I think would be really cool.
I'm about to do them next week.
I want to bring the fam.
Rock am Ring for the first time, actually.
Damn, ever?
Yeah, never done it. Never even been. Oh, I think I've been with Architects. Architects played it, but I was drum teching.
Yeah, right. I think I did it twice with Bring Me and maybe once with Bleeding Through, but I don't
You'll
know
never
if that's
guess
true.
who we clash with.
Who?
Who's like the number one band in heavy music that you would not want to clash with right now?
Sleep Token?
Yep. Fucked. But their set is 90 minutes and we're scheduled for an hour.
Yeah.
And it's like 30 minutes into our set that they start. So we're just going to play a 30-minute set.
Oh, smart.
And we're just going to go, we're done.
My wife will be in the crowd at Sleep Token, sorry to say.
Really?
Yeah.
What, at Rock am Ring?
No, not really. She just loves them.
Yes.
Every Fairy smut reader loves them.
Every fairy smut over there. Sleep Token fan.
We didn't even get started on fairy smut.
Listen, I'm so on board with their success. Like I saw yesterday, they're on track to get Billboard #1.
100%.
And like outselling the last Slipknot album.
Wow.
Which is crazy.
I listened to the record over the last few days with Michelle, and it's like there's so many things about that band that just, it makes sense that they're killing it. Like we were talking about the Spotify algorithm, and it's like, imagine you're a fairy smart reader and you've just discovered Sleep Token and you want more like that. And so you want the algorithm to serve you other stuff.
Yeah.
There's nothing really like it. Like not to a T.
Oh,
like
there will be now.
Sure, yeah. But like, you know, now you might get like a Spirit Box or like something that's going to be more on the heavy side, or you might get like The Weeknd or something that's more on like the sexy side, but there's no sexy heavy crossover.
Which I coined the phrase baddiecore for this genre, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know because I'm relatively tight with 3. I nearly said his fucking actual name there. I haven't got confirmation of this, but on the new record, fuck me, I nearly said Vessel's name as well. On the new record, he literally refers to someone as a baddie in the song, and I'm like
a nod, or
I don't know. I don't know if it's a nod or it's just like. But in my head, it's like Nostradamus. Like that is now it's baddiecore.
It's lore.
It's lore. It is now canon that it's baddiecore.
That's cool.
Good for them. Good for those guys. You've got to give me a 2 truths and a lie.
Okay.
Unless you want to talk about Fairy Smart. I don't know anything about it. She reads it.
Me either.
Mrs. reads it.
I started reading it just to be like in the loop. But
did you?
Yeah. The really cool thing, and I'm going to toot my own horn real hard right now, is
Lego Fairy Smart guitarist.
My wife and all their friends are reading it, and all the friends are like, oh man, I wish my husband was like, you know, so-and-so, Resand or whatever. And Michelle,
do you know who that is? Who is that? Who is
It's my favorite.
Who is it?
I wish she was like Cassian.
Who are these people?
A Court of Thorns and Roses.
She's on Akatar. She's a beginner. She's at the first series.
But what is that? Is that a human being? Is it
fairies?
They're fairies
with bat wings, right? Some have bat wings.
So, Ryzen does.
Ryzen is that is hot. No wonder that's your favorite. So like the fairies fuck and they just write about it, or what?
No, a lot of it's like fantasy story, which is why she said I would really enjoy it. It's not all like smutty, horny stuff. But yeah, she was like, you kind of like already do a lot of the stuff that the fairies do. And I'm like, all right.
They play Lego, fucking
all of the cool stuff.
How horny is this? What are we talking? Horn dog.
There's one of the books where the smut doesn't happen until like the last centimeter of the book.
The first book, there's like none, basically.
A lot of story
building. The second
building.
book I heard has significantly more, and then from there it goes up, and then there's less as the story continues.
Do they have like fairy cocks and shit? Does it talk about their fairy cocks?
In this one, I don't think there's anything too crazy, but there's other ones I've heard about where they do this thing called knotting.
Look at you. Come on, Madison. I want you to explain knotting.
I'm so new to this. Yeah,
you don't want to? You don't want to explain knotting? Can you just pull it up then and just read it so it doesn't come from your brain?
Read it from Wikipedia.
Listen, if it doesn't involve kids, we're good. She's fucking freaking out. Come on, get me a knotting.
It's not that crazy, is it?
Knotting sounds like they're tying. Let me guess what it is.
Right,
they tie their little fairy bits together.
Kind of. It has to do with connecting with someone.
Connecting. Read me that. What's the description of knotting?
Just squirming.
So uncomfortable.
I really am. Okay, so it comes from the Alphaverse, where they're like usually werewolf type creatures.
Okay.
I didn't even know that.
We're teetering into here, so it's a hard
I didn't
subject.
I didn't know that much about
it. Because it started off with when male dogs come, their penis engorges.
Oh yeah, and gets locked in.
Yeah, and it's called the knot. And so it's when the alpha is
the fairy man.
Might be a different
kind of werewolf. Okay,
it's not the fairies that have that. It's usually the werewolves and the alphas. But it locks the female in place.
And so your wife says that you do this.
That's not my move specifically. I have different moves.
The knot. I could probably pull off a knot. Thanks for that, Madison.
It's also not like, I don't.
Come on, you've got more. That's what gets you going, is it? That's where I'm going wrong.
Yeah. It's just
I mean, it's a werewolf.
It was originally in animal.
There's a
genitals.
knotting. Okay, knotting.
Yeah.
Well, we've all learned something new. Would you like to give me 2 truths and a lie? Yeah, I'm bricked up over here thinking about knotting. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, here, let me check my notes.
You got notes?
I got notes.
Okay, we can do an edit. While I knot.
Okay.
Gonna knot the fuck out of you later. I'm a fucking knot so hard.
It is pretty cool though. There's like stuff specifically in there that they'll do that's like, oh, it's so hot that he does this. And Michelle's like, you do that? You did that before I read the book.
I really want to know.
Band guys, I guess, are just perverts.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, is it basic band guy 101?
Kinda.
Yeah. These people just got boring. People with no tattoos and Lego. You need to get yourself throat tattooed, plays with Lego. That guy's gonna knot you. That guy's gonna knot you real good.
All right.
The voice of reason. All right, let's get off that. So, 2 truths and a lie.
Yep.
With Jona. Hit me.
Number 1, my band, I Killed the Prom Queen, played a show in Southeast Asia, more specifically Malaysia. And we finished our set and stepped off stage, and 20 or so undercover agents came out of nowhere, some of them wearing Prom Queen merch, and arrested us and put us in an unmarked van and whisked us off to some building and locked us in a jail cell for a weekend where we slept with cockroaches and piss on the floor and very poor third world type conditions for not having the correct work visas.
Nice. Number 2.
Number 2, when I was a child living in Ulladulla, which is a place in Australia, south of Sydney, I was scouted to be I don't want to say child actor, but I was featured in a couple TV commercials as a kid. And the most famous one was for Vegemite, which every fucking Aussie knows that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, number 3.
Number 3, playing a show with I Killed the Prom Queen, I really needed to poo while I was on stage. And instead of holding it or pooing my pants, I told the band to give me a couple minutes. I would let them know when I was ready to start the song. And having all wireless gear, I went and found a venue bathroom and started pooing, and I made the signal, and then we started playing the song. And I played from the toilet while doing a poo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, there's some things here.
Mm-hmm.
I think number 3 is true.
Mm-hmm.
I know number 1 is true.
Okay, yeah, that was...
Because I remember it happening.
Newsworthy.
Let's start then.
All right.
Let's start with Vegemite.
Yeah.
How old are you at this time?
During the career portion of my child acting, I was between 5 and 8 years old.
5 and 8 years old. How many ads did you do?
3.
What were they?
One was a Mattel toy line thing, but for something I wasn't interested as a kid. One was Vegemite.
That felt like work.
Yeah. One was Vegemite, and one was like a school lunch product thing, like Dunkaroos. It wasn't Dunkaroos, but it was something like that.
What did they make you do?
For which one? For all of them?
Let's go Vegemite. What did they make you do?
The song, it's like there's a whole song with it. Mm-hmm. Happy little Vegemites, as bright can be. We all enjoy our Vegemite for breakfast, lunch, and tea. Mommy says we're growing stronger every single week. We all enjoy our Vegemite. We all love something like that.
Cool
it puts a rose on every cheek.
There's a rose on
and
every
I just had to sing the song.
Nice.
Yeah. With like the Vegemite, black
what did you
crust in here.
What was you can't remember the Mattel toy at all?
It was like, might have been like Ring Raiders or something. Remember those?
I don't remember what that is.
It was like a ring with like a clear little plastic posable bar off it, and then a little aeroplane, and you'd make them fly around on your hand.
Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah. Who got the money from you doing that?
You have to have it put in, I forget what it's called in Australia, but here in the States it's called a Coogan account. So when you're a kid, you can't get paid the money, so your parents have to set up a bank account, and then it gets like released.
So your parents can't steal the money either?
Yes. And I always would joke to Michelle that the one here was a Steve Coogan account. And she's
talking about Steve Coogan.
She knows
yesterday.
who it is, but yeah.
Watched Tropic Thunder yesterday.
Yeah.
Steve Coogan. I only just remembered yesterday He dated Courtney Love for a minute.
Really?
Yeah, crazy.
Oh.
Anyway, big up Steve Coogan. Like my number one comedian on planet Earth. Do you remember how much you got paid?
I'm sure it wasn't heaps, but probably like 2,500 at the time.
And then by the time you actually...
With inflation?
Yeah, the inflation, by the time you actually got that money, peanuts. Okay, I'm going to move on. This poo that you did.
Yeah.
In Malaysia, you said?
No, the poo one wasn't
Malaysia. Where was the poo? Where did the poo happen?
I think it was Toowoomba in Australia, but it might have been another similar small town somewhere in Queensland. Can't remember exactly.
Headlining?
Yep.
What was the year? You know, roughly?
2016,
2016, so
Pretty
it's
recent.
the return.
Yeah.
Solid? Liquid?
I don't know if I remember the consistency of the feces, but I do remember the distinct feeling of having to coordinate my hands and thoughts and play a song. And there's a level of coordination it takes to squeeze a poop out.
There's the push, there's the cut.
And both of them happening simultaneously was really weird.
It was almost like a new pedal.
Yeah.
You
got to learn the tap dance.
You got your delay, you got your reverb, you got your toilet.
Sharp machine.
The toilet pedal. All right, I'm just going to solve this now and what I think is solving it.
Yeah.
I think number 3 is the lie, because in my opinion, no one's leaving the stage for like a normal solid poo.
Yep.
Unless you're a psycho. Like you would have remembered if there was like life or death, water, toilet situation. In my opinion, I would say that's the lie, because you do have the sort of face that I could imagine being one of those little child actors, and also kind of hope that's true so I can get the video of it, so I can find that video. And then number 1, I know is true because I remember it happening.
Yeah. And that happened in 2015.
Am I correct?
Number 1 is true. I got locked up in Malaysia along with the band. Number 2, Vegemite actor is false.
Motherfucker, you look exactly like the sort of kid that would do that.
I know. That would be so cool. Vegemite did tweet me once. They were like, love being on tour with you. Number 3, doing a poo while playing a full song off the stage in the public toilet of the venue is absolutely true.
Absolutely true. How was the headstock? Did you have to like play it like Fieldy from Corn?
So, and this is the funny part, I have so many poo stories from tour, like all weird ones, and my wife's like, don't tell poo stories.
People love a poo story.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
First, I went to the guys' toilet.
She's reading about knotting, and she's like, oh, don't do the poo story.
Yeah.
Do the one about the wolf and his knotted penis. Sorry, carry on.
Went to the guys' toilets first. It was absolutely blown up. I'm like, there's no way I'm even setting foot in there. And this is all like time sensitive because the band's like, what the fuck is he doing? And so I went to the women's toilet, made sure there was no one in there, went into the toilet, locked myself in there. I did a little on the strings. It's like, because we had in-ears. I could hear everything. They were like,
kind
is
of
he
the
ready?
dream.
I can't tell if he's ready. Yeah. And so I did the little, I'm ready. And someone hit start on the playback because we were a playback by then. Had everything wireless, clicks, guitars, everything. And I just pooped because I would have straight shat my pants if I didn't go right then and there. I have tummy issues.
So you lied to me.
Yeah.
It was an IBS situation.
Yeah, well, I guess.
You just didn't want to tell me it was an IBS situation. You wanted to seem cool. I do solid poos, guys. I don't have IBS.
What's a solid poo?
Like a solid, like a not like a yeah.
I don't have them.
Oh, really?
Often.
So for you, it was normal. For me, it would be fucking life or death.
But there was another cool detail. I'm like mid poo and making these weird string noises.
Insane sentence. Carry on.
Yeah, and I hear a little. Are you okay in there? And it was another girl. And I don't know if she thought I was a girl or if she knew it was me. I don't. Yeah. And she, do you need any paper?
She, mate, imagine if she knew it was you. She would just be really nice.
I'm okay.
I'm okay. Chun, 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 chun. Full song.
Full song.
How did you wipe?
At the end of the song, just waited till the song was done. Did the whole thing.
Over.
Yeah.
Wipes, then you climbed it like a stage, got out that way. Nice.
Climbed out of the bowl.
Anything memorable from probably the most harrowing one of those stories? Although that sounded quite harrowing. How long were you in jail?
A little under 2 full days.
Fuck me. Yeah, I do remember it happening and everyone being like, considerably worried for you.
Yeah, we were bummed. I had my phone on me in the van ride, and I managed to fire off some like voicemails and texts to Michelle, my parents. I got them to tell me the address of where we were going, just because it was unmarked. One of them had a shirt that said police, like a T-shirt that said police on it. And that was it. That was the only like.
So you didn't even know it was real police.
I thought we could have been getting kidnapped for
they have guns
organ harvesting. I don't remember. But people definitely were wearing the merch though. We were getting processed in the little detention center, and the guy was like, "I love your band, by the way."
Great. Oh, I love your band.
Oh, and
I'm going to hold you for 2 years.
There's a depressing point too. So we ended up getting. It was all sweet. Monday morning rolled around. Woman from the consulate turned up. She's like, "Get him out of cuffs. I need to talk to these guys. I need to like have one-on-one time with them." And we figured out very quickly it was like the promoter had done a sketch on us, and they actually immigration realized he was trying to do a sketch, and then it was too late to get the permits, so they were trying to get a bribe out of him, and he didn't want to pay the bribe. So he lied and said the show wasn't going to go ahead. He just wasn't going to have the Aussie band. The show went ahead. They kicked everyone out, made it look like the show was done, and then we like secretly set up, but which we were told that was normal. Like, oh, this is how we do it here.
Yeah, we've done some sketchy shit
Yeah,
like that.
and so we played. Guys in shirts had arrested us. But the weird part was, we'd spent 2 days in the cell, really crappy conditions. Bunch of other people locked up too for like similar, not music, but like there was a security team that got brought in from Nepal or something and didn't have permits. And then we're kind of getting processed to get checked out and like sent back on the plane back home. No, what do you call it? No record or anything. They just kind of like wiped it. But then one of the guys comes in and goes, "Hey guys, we've got a little rehearsal room back here. Like this is kind of where we jam out when we're on our lunch break and stuff. Do you guys want to play us a song?" And we were like so sad and hungry and just wanted to go home. And we were like, "No, that's okay." And they're like, "Nah, come on, play us a song. Go on."
It's so, even earlier when you said about your Singapore tour, your Southeast Asia tour, and you were like the guy who just like slightly pushing too much to get you to play the song.
Come on.
It's just what it's like there.
Yeah.
Go on, play us a song.
So we played a song, and it was like the saddest song with it.
Oh my God.
We didn't even have our shoes back yet. We're like bare feet. We're standing this
drum kit there as well.
Yeah, full rig. I mean, like pretty crappy stuff, but like, yeah.
Fucking insane.
So jam room in the Kuala Lumpur Immigration Centre.
Oh my God. What was was it Kuala Lumpur?
Yeah.
Where the show was?
KL, yeah.
Or was it that like shopping mall where the venue's on the top floor? Yeah, I played there, probably without a visa.
I will never be back.
In fact, definitely without a visa.
Yeah, well, you got lucky.
We had played a great show, but it didn't have AC. It was pretty mental.
Yeah.
We're done.
Thanks.
Hey, if you're in Australia, go and see I Killed the Prom Queen's tour.
Yeah, this October.
Check out Jonah on all your socials. His Lego. What's your Lego? Give me your real one and then your Lego one.
My real one, I just have Facebook and Instagram at Jona Weinhofen. And
the Lego one?
My Lego Instagram, this is just a small thing, but it's my passion. Tattooed AFOL, at Tattooed AFOL, AFOL.
And then his extra one is at Tattooed Notter, and that is on PH. I'm not going to say the name of the website, but you can catch him knotting there. Thank you, mate. That's obviously a joke.
Love you.
Thank you, mate. Love you. Let's get some dinner.